This time of year, the screen is inundated with movies filling specific agendas. Now, if you're an action star and you're a little savvy, this is a great time to put out an action thriller because there's so few on the screen in the first quarter of the year, and Jason Momoa has done just that. Cinematic class is about to begin, and the professor is in. Ladies and gentlemen, today's lesson plan is the movie Braven. Now, Jason Momoa takes a pretty big hit around Hollywood circles, and I'm really not sure why. He can play both antagonist and protagonist fairly well. He's a big guy, and he acts all right in action movies. I mean, geez, look at some of the action stars we've had in the past. I think one of the big knocks against him is he's not really a good interview, and because of that, he can't put out what he needs to put out as far as the studios are concerned. But I think this guy is fine in action. Have you seen his TV show, Frontier? He plays Declan Harp. Well, this character in this new movie is kind of an updated, modern version of Declan Harp. Instead of being back, in the fur trapping days, it's a modern day story about a man who's a logger, and he gets run in with drug lords and people who want to use his trucks to transport their drugs. It's a pretty good action movie, and starring with Jason Momoa in this is Stephen Lang. Lang plays his father. Lang does a nice job every time he hits the screen. And what makes this one good is Lang is suffering from dementia, the beginning of dementia. So there you have not only him trying to protect his family and his father, but his father is kind of like going off the deep end at times. So it makes for a pretty interesting. There's a scene at the end of this. I'll just tell you that it involves a bear trap, and I don't think I've ever seen one used quite this way, and I'm not exactly sure this was the best thing to do, but it works in the movie. So if you're looking for something other than a Hollywood movie that's preaching to you about this victim and this right and that right and how you're supposed to act, which is too commonplace in the months of January and February, then I think you will find Braven a very interesting watch. Good action stuff. I've got some footage for this for you from behind the scenes and what have you on the next episode of Outtakes with Fiore. Be sure to check your local listings for the days and times. And now that you have learned what you have learned, here endeth your lesson.